What up, folks? Um, this is related to a couple of videos I did a while back. First, let's cue the music. I did a couple of videos a while back on has incidents in your adolescence affected you as an incel. Now, I neglected to bring up one incident that I won't say it affected me, but I will never forget. It's just something that's going to stick with me to the very end. Allow me to explain. When I was in the 7th grade, and this was when I was at Edison Junior High, now Edison Middle School, I was in a health class, and I remember that I was sort of a high-profile guy in the class. There was about 4 of us. It was me, Rodney, Nelson. Nelson became an actor, but he did a few TV shows, a couple of movies. And Cedric. So it was, like I say, it was 4 of us in the class that was sort of, that I would say was more high profile, you know. Everybody knew us in the class. Well, Valentine's Day rolled around, and I didn't think a whole lot of Valentine's Day because I had a future wife to deal with, and I had never talked with my quote-unquote future wife. So that was where my priorities was. But I mean, there was other girls around, but my mind was really set on my future wife. There was a girl in the class named Rochelle, and I remember that to this day. She's sort of a copper tone girl, wore her hair in a ponytail in the back, bookish, wore glasses, and she's real quiet girl, nice girl. This particular Valentine's Day, she decided to give out Valentine cards. And I saw her, you know, at the very beginning of the class, just give out Valentine's Day cards. Now, I'm in the 7th grade, and at that time, that's when you start junior high. I waited on mine. But I saw her walk throughout the class, giving each guy a Valentine's Day card. And I remember sort of a slightly smug look as she went back to her seat. And I'm thinking like, oh, where's mine? Now, being the tremendously shy guy that I wasn't going to go ask her where my Valentine's Day card was, but I remember thinking about it all, you know, throughout the class, that she gave every guy a Valentine's card except for me. And I'm the type of guy, I don't really think low of myself, so I didn't see a reason for her to give anybody else a Valentine's Day card, you know, and yet leave me out. Again, my priority was my future wife, so Rochelle was not really on my radar. But that little incident just made me think, well, what is it about me that she did not give me a Valentine's Day card? And as a, I guess, 12-year-old, I was kind of impressed. You know, I think, you know, I was an impressionable 12-year-old. Keep in mind, like I said before, I'm the one who was in the Archie comic books. I couldn't wait to be a teenager. And I thought the girls were going to be there. The girls weren't quite, or they weren't there at all my 3 years at Edison. I sat around waiting on my, you know, hoping to meet my future wife, but that you know, that never happened. And I don't know. See, I didn't go home hurt because of what Rochelle did. Needless to say, I didn't cry about what Rochelle did, but I think about all the other incidents that may have happened. For some reason, I remember it. I'll just never forget her leaving me out. I don't know why she did it, but she did it. And again, I wasn't hurt. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't totally let down, but there was that thing of why didn't she give me a card like she gave everybody else? It's just something that always hung in the back of my head, why she did it. And you think about how women often say they don't understand why men do certain things to them. And they don't do anything to men, but men do things to hurt them. And I'm saying, oh no, you do things to hurt men. Because even though I'm not the type of guy that's going to retaliate at what happened, I'm not going to commit sexual assault. I'm not going to commit any type of battery. I'm not going to sexually harass any woman, but say what you like. Rochelle swung the first blow. We may not look at it that way, but she did. When she did what she did, she swung the first blow. And like I say, it's something I will always remember. I mean, and there's little things girls did that wasn't cool, but I can overlook for some reason. What Rochelle did to me was just horrible, even if it wasn't the worst thing that ever happened to me. It will always stand out. It'll never be forgotten. It's just, I'm going to take that one to my grave. Why? I can't really tell you. And it's so funny that if I were to make a girl out of clay right now to marry, even though, like I said, she wasn't on my radar then, the type of girl that Rochelle looked like from what I remember back then, the adult version of her, is the type of girl that I think would be ideal for me now. So, you know, I'm not saying Rochelle was a bad person. I think she's a nice girl. She's a quiet girl. There was nothing wrong with Rochelle except for that incident. She left me out in the cold. That was probably my most traumatic incident as far as girls in junior high. But for the most part, I didn't exist to them.